set up a small line following robot in Webots. Here is a small arena. This is basically going to be our testing environment. The robot will move around inside this arena and will follow the line that we are going to add on the floor. Now I want to change the ground so that we have an actual line for the robot to follow. For this I am using an image texture. The image is called a line course. It's in the PNG format, so I'm going into the scenery, and here I need to make a small change. Basically I'm turning the rectangular arena into a base node, so that allow me to access its like different parts. Now I can go into the solid floor, find the appearance settings, and change the image texture. So, and here I'm adding the line course image. Okay, now we can actually see the line on the ground. One thing, it doesn't look quite right yet because the texture needs to be scaled. So let's fix that. First, I'm going to turn off the texture repeating, setting from true to false, because if I don't do that, the image will just keep repeating across the whole floor, and that's not what we want. Now I'm adding a texture transform. This allows me to change the size and position of the texture. For the scale, I am using 0.5 meter on X and 0.5 meters on Y, and yeah, now the line course looks much better. It is basically the track that our robot is going to follow. Now it's time to add the robot. I'm using the epoch robot for this experiment. So I'm adding it into the arena and placing it around the starting point of the line. Right now it's not at the starting point. Let's fix it. The reason for that is that I want the robot's coordinate system to stay at the starting point. This will make things much easier later, like when we start working with the robot's movement and calculation. So I'm just adjusting the position of the arena until the starting line is properly aligned with the robot. I am adjusting the numbers of the X, Y and the Z axis. So I set the 0.25 of Y, so it's come to the right point. So just to move the robot, we can click on the shift and press the cursor. Our robot just move. Okay, now I need to make sure the robot is facing in the correct direction. The robot is already rotating around the Z axis, so I just need to rotate it by 90 degrees so that it can move right away. That's basically pi over 2 radius, and here we go. Now the robot is facing along the line. I'm just going to save everything again. I'm just adjusting the direction. This is what the 90-degree angle show. Now comes the important part. At the moment, the robot doesn't really know that there is a line underneath it, so we need to give it some sensors. For this, I am adding the epoch ground sensors. These sensors are facing downward toward the ground, and we have 3 of them. They are called GS0, GS1 and GS2. Basically, these sensors will help robot detect whether they are above the white floor or the black line. Now we need some code to actually read these sensors, so I'm creating a new Python controller and I'm calling it controller line following.py and saving in that. I'm starting with the same basic code that I used previously for reading the epoch sensors. So I'm creating 3 sensors variable for as I shared the GS0, GS1 and GS2. Then I will enable all these sensors, and now we can actually read their values inside our main loop. So I will share the main code file in our description. You can get the code from there. If the sensor is above the white area, we get a higher value, and if it's above the black line, we get a lower value. So these numbers are basically going to tell our robot where the line is. So to check everything is working in the logs, I'm adding the print statements just to know like what it's printing in the terminal. So now saving the file to run actually to move the robot. So let's save the file in which we write the code and click on OK. It's saved. Now to get a close-up of our epoch robot, I'm just checking where our sensors are live. So this is the close-up look of our robot. This is how it is positioning on the floor, on the line following floor, and how it looks closely. And yeah, we can see the values appearing here in the bottom left. Some values are quite high and some are much lower, and this is exactly what we want. Now I also want to see exactly where these sensors are pointing, so I am opening the view setting and getting into the optional rendering options and turning on the distance sensor rays. This makes things much easier to understand. Like on the terminal we can now see the results as the robot moves. So the robot is basically getting information about where the line is, and this information is what we are going to use for the line following algorithm. So yeah, that's basically our line following setup. We now have the arena, the line course, and the epoch robot, along with 3 ground sensors and a Python controller that can read the sensor values. So that's it for this setup. If you are learning robotics or Webots, I hope this was helpful.